Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Certainly. Supervisor Moore.
Present.
Councilwoman McNamara.
Present.
Councilman Isilli.
Present.
Councilman Powell.
Here today.
Move to adopt the minutes of the regular town board meeting of December 19th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I move to adopt the minutes of the organizational meeting of January 6th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Madam Clerk, would you please read the communications?
Certainly. We have received following communications in the office of the town clerk. We have received public notices from the New York State Association of Towns for 2025 training school and annual meeting reminder for February 16th through 19th. New York State Department of Public Service, notice of the 2024-25 Winter Energy Workshop. Town of Riverhead, Department of Planning, notice. Village of North Haven, public hearing notices. Village of West Hampton Beach, a ZBA application regarding Martinson Dune Road, West Hampton Beach. New York State liquor license 30-day advance notice to local municipality for the following new applications located 65 Lewis Road, East Quogue, and 62 Montauk Highway, West Hampton. Emails, letters, and land use applications have been received regarding the following: bow hunting on town property, PSEG OBOL LIPA, Bridgehampton, to Buell 69 kV underground transmission cable project. Planning board matter of CVE, North America Inc., Spionk, purchase of town-owned Pine Barren credits, Shinnecock Nation's proposed travel station at Westwoods Hampton Bays, Town of Southampton special election, and Zoning Board of Appeals applications for Inlet Road, Shinnecock Hills, and Rebadam Lane in Southampton. The following bid and request for proposal was received January 8th, 2025 for the printing and mailing of Hampton Bays Water District bills. The following report was filed by the Town Comptroller for the December 2024 monthly financial reports. And that concludes the communications for this meeting's agenda.
Thank you. I have 3 walk-ons that I'd like to move to add to the agenda. The first is Town Board Resolution ID number 48635 to authorize purchases and general construction work with the Land Tech Group, Inc., using Town of Huntington contract. The second is Town Board Resolution ID number 48658 to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract extension for printing and mailing of Hampton Bays Water District bills with Questmark Information Management, Inc. And the third is Town Board Resolution ID number 48677, which is the warrant number 1 for 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I would also like to take, before public portion, just take 2 resolutions out of order. This is Town Board Resolution 2025-68 and Town Board Resolution 2025-69. The first is to appoint Christian Hansen to Assistant Chief Fire Marshal in Fire Prevention. And the second is to appoint Ryan White to Fire Marshal 2 in Fire Prevention. And
Second, taking out of order.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we have a special event today because we are doing 2 promotions in our Fire Marshal's Department, and Ryan Murphy's here, but to introduce, but do you want me to should we adopt them? Okay, so we'll do the resolutions first. Town Board Resolution 2025-68, co-sponsored with Council Members McNamara and Pell, to appoint Christian Hansen to Assistant Chief Fire Marshal in Fire Prevention.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Sunday, you could add me to that.
Certainly.
And Town Board Resolution 2025-69, to appoint Ryan White to Fire Marshal 2 in Fire Prevention.
Second. And Sunday, you could add me to that.
Could you let
Myself
me as
too.
well?
The whole board.
The whole board.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
All in
Thank you.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Board. If you may, would like to have the two gentlemen come up, and we'd like to present them with badges and possibly take a picture with the Board. This is
Sure.
quite the accomplishment between the two of them. It's close to 40 years worth of service to the town. Won't slight Chris on that. Most of that's his time. Both are dedicated professionals that work hard every single day to try and preserve the safety of our residents and our visitors, and are both very deserving of this recognition by way of promotion to the two different titles that we're assigning them to now. And I'm confident that they will do just as wonderful a job in these new titles as they have done leading up to this point that gave us a good reason to promote them. So congratulations to both of them, and we have all of our staff here from the Fire Marshal's office to also, join in congratulating them and applauding them on their accomplishments.
Wonderful. Why don't you come on up?
Get the better side.
We gotta get you guys bigger badges.
Do you want to come back here? We can take a picture with the board.
You can go towards the middle,
Go in the middle.
and then John and Bill can go on the ends.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
No blood on the
can't
shirt.
Bill. Yeah, I can't really think mine. So,
I'm expecting like a shield.
Yeah, hold it.
yeah.
Can hold it up.
Come on, John.
It's
Gonna
working
help
much
pin
better
him?
this morning. You have to wait his wife to do it.
We were just saying that.
Very
It's crooked.
Wait, I blinked. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Why don't we do that for you?
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
Thanks.
All right, well, that brings us to the public portion section of the meeting, and I do have some cards. The first one is Brian Polite. And after Brian is Randy King.
Good afternoon, members of the board, Shinnecock community, and Southampton community. It's unfortunate that I have to come here today because the last time I was here, we were explaining our economic development projects, and since then, obviously, a lot has transpired from them. I want to first and foremost thank Councilman Iselli and also former Councilman Tommy John Schiavone for voting against the litigation against the nation in our economic development projects. A lot of things have transpired since then. I read the filing that the town sent out. To say that it is wrong legally is an understatement. I think the town's position that somehow they have dominion over land that has been in our control prior to this town being formed and prior to the settlers coming over from Europe is a slap in the face to the Shinnecock people, calling us a public nuisance by way of saying it's a public nuisance, claiming that we are destroying forest while we're surrounded by development is just plain wrong. Recently, after a 3-year review of what the Shinnecock people has always known to be true, is that we have that land, we've always held that land, and we've always had dominion over that land. The town board supervisor, Ms. Maria Moore, thought it prudent to question the BIA and the letter itself and what kind of weight does that hold by saying that it's just a couple of paragraphs. Let me be clear about what that letter was. It was not just a couple of paragraphs. It was a declaration by the BIA affirming that our sovereign land, our Aboriginal territory is what it is. It mentioned Aboriginal several times during the course of that. So I think the action that the town has done is not just trying to stop an economic project. It is literally trying to take dominion over sovereign territory. That has not happened recently in the 20th century and now the 21st century. So you do have the distinct honor, I guess, if you want to call it that, of being a town board who has completely went off the rails when it comes to your relations with your sovereign neighbor who helped you guys in the first winter survive your first winter. So I'm here to basically say how disappointed I am with this board, the majority of this board, how wrong you guys got it in those filings, and to let you know the irreparable damage that you've done with the relations with the Shinnecock Nation after years and years and years of trying to mend those fences. This is a generational schism that has now transpired. Our tribal membership is livid at this development. We have been dragged through the mud. There are racist comments going on. There is a off-the-wall video that is just completely out of hand. And some of those lines in those advertisements by this group is parroted by the supervisor, talking about we can do whatever we want. First of all, self-determination is not we can do whatever we want, but it is our sovereign territory. Just like you guys have a board and you have constituents and you have regulations and you have controls, we have the same thing. We need to be respected as such. The federal government respects us as such. I wish this town board would. Thank you.
Randy King.
Randy King, Shinnecock tribal member, former trustee. It's with regret and respect that I want to talk about the Shinnecock Heritage Day overture towards the tribe. I would imagine it was with good intentions, but due to the schism now that's between the tribe and the town governorship that the former chairman spoke on, I make a symbolic motion, and it's like it weighs heavy on my mind because I had a little something to do with the federal recognition of our tribe. As the then chairman, I signed the settlement in 2010 to move forward with the federal recognition, to bring a new day to our tribe. So I make a symbolic motion to our tribal trustees and to the tribe to rescind the town's overture to the nation regarding Shinnecock Heritage Day, and not to cancel it outright, but just to move it and modify it to our territory to share with our friends and our supporters and any town council person that wants to share in that day with us. So I make that motion symbolic in nature. This leads me to another point. People will say, oh, well, maybe they should extricate themselves completely from town services. Well, here's the thing. With the federal recognition, we were caught in a vicious cycle. We couldn't go forward with policing because the land status that we just got per the BIA letter, denoted that because we don't have a determination on our land, we can't move forward with BIA Indian police services, federal police officers. We couldn't move forward with HUD housing because of that land determination. So the intangibles that you really don't realize are out there. I personally sat in on a call with one of the town agencies to brainstorm on how to provide federal funding to your town for the finite amount of budgetary monies afforded to this particular agency, which needed our help because of the ever-expanding resources that are needed in this town. And I contacted Senator Schumer's office on behalf of a town agency. So that was before I left office. So this leads me to another point. At the last the town board meeting in September that I spoke at, I said that I've compiled many years of governance, through the years of town, federal, state, local issues, and I said, you know what? Go ahead and hire your attorney. Go ahead. I have no problem with that. I would do the same thing if I was in your shoes. But it's the actions that you take with that attorney which will determine the next steps forward. And you've chose to weaponize the judicial system against us. That's what you did. So with that, the chairman spoke about, the racist undertones that we've had to face. We weren't considered citizens in the early 1900s. So when our land was taken in 1859, we weren't citizens of the United States. It was a paradox. Who are we going to complain to? We tried at a Senate hearing, but we were told, you're not citizens. You can't complain. So fast forward to the 1950s with the illegal easement for Sunrise Highway. The trustees really couldn't gather the information to fight that until the 70s. And what happened? When they asked for the United States assistance with filing a land claim to finally put an end to this, they were told, you know what? Because you've intermarried to the point of we don't know whether or not you're a tribe. So they were told, we can't give you the assistance. You have to prove that you're a tribe, and it took 33 years. So this letter, it didn't come out of the blue. We've been fighting this all along, right in front of you, fighting it. And you've had every opportunity to come to us to seek solutions, to sit down. It's only till you get to a flashpoint issue that you say, oh, wow, wait a minute, we've got to stop them. And I've seen it, it's happened to me time and time again through my 13 years in tribal governance. So I hope you take my words at the value that I'm bringing them. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us. Thank you.
Michelle Johnson.
I just want to read something. As the federal government and the town of Southampton sit together to clarify our land status, I declare and decree this prayer of confession of the execution of God's justice. O Lord, our God, the Most High God, maker of heaven and earth, creator, our provider, our protector, you are the just judge of all earth, sitting on your throne of justice and judgment in the high court of heaven. You, Lord, execute righteousness and justice for all who are oppressed. You are the Lord of the Sabbath, ruler of all, the God of angelic angels that fight against our enemies, and avenger of our adversaries. Besides you, there is no Savior. Salvation is only of the Lord. Because of your great love towards all mankind and your love for justice and judgment, you said, you forsake us not the saints, but come to our aid. Excuse me. I'm a little nervous.
That's
One second. What's happening here? But I'm sorry.
Take your time.
I'm just nervous. Besides you there is no Savior. Salvation is only of the Lord. Because of your great love towards all mankind and your love for justice and judgment, you said, you forsaketh not the saints, but come to our aid on earth and uphold the justice upon your throne in heaven and on your kingdom on earth. Rest. Bring your righteous judgment upon our adversaries. Stretch forth your hand and execute vengeance and recompense against all he is doing. And I'm not saying people are doing it, I'm saying the enemy of our souls. What he has put us through, every suffering, humiliation, shame, embarrassment, loss, entrapment, sickness, and attack. He's the perpetrator behind all injustices and evil that have come against us through people. So we ask that you execute upon the judgment written, delivering us out of every affliction. Restore to us everything he has stolen from us and our ancestors, everything delayed, bring it forth. Now in this season, I command the release of inventions, opportunities, discoveries, businesses, industries, creative ideas, relationships, contracts, awards, inheritance, and increase that have been fraudulently held up, misdirected, sabotaged, blocked, stolen, and destroyed. Execute your vengeance against the enemy speedily, and bring to us the full recompense that is due to us as redeemed heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, that we may advance your kingdom among men and nations. In the name of Jesus, amen. I pray.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the cards that I have. Kevin, is there? Oh, okay.
You have some push pins on the floor here. Sorry, I don't want to waste. Hi, my name is Kristen White, and clearly I am not a member of the Shinnecock tribe, but if it wasn't for the Shinnecock people, myself and my children would not be here because they helped us survive that first long winter. I obviously do not have as much history in this town as these great people do, but my family has been here since 1640. I have now been compelled 3 times to come and speak to your board since you have all been seated. I know that Tommy John Scavone is not here, but it is hard to miss the fact that although I am not a political person, 4 of you are Democrats and 1 of you has run as a Republican. The Democrats often tout themselves as the power of the people party. And so far I have come here to talk to you about my disappointment in you giving raises to all of your white-collar workers while not giving raises to your blue-collar workers. I have come here to speak about my disappointment in deciding to close down the sand mine industry and the economic effect that that will have on your year-round residents, the people who are your firemen, your policemen, your volunteers. And I now feel compelled to come and speak to you about my neighbors, the Shinnecock people. It is really hard to miss that their great seal is on your wall. It is in a position that is above all else. I can't imagine that they feel that way right now. The Shinnecock people arguably are the most marginalized group of our community. They have struggled for hundreds of years trying to fit into the guidelines that we have forced upon them. They were never given a choice. They weren't given a choice to have you, the Southampton Town Board, be in charge of them. They were here long before you. They were here before the trustees. And now the fact that they feel that you are pitting yourself against them, I am appalled as a resident of this community and as a member of one of the first white families to come here, that you are using my tax dollars to have a lawsuit against this great nation that has done nothing but try and be a wonderful neighbor to us as we have continued to be a terrible neighbor to them. Please reconsider this, because anything that we have done over the generations to heal the scars that have been caused, you are making them even worse. I went with my children to the first cultural day that was hosted here in this building a few months ago. I was not there to take attendance and see who was there, and I apologize if I'm correct, but I don't recall seeing one of your faces at that celebration. That is all.
Well,
I don't want to take credit because this was a joint event between that you spoke of, Ms. White, between the town and the nation, and I worked very closely with Councilwoman Bianca Collins, Brian Polite, and we held that event together. I was there. I can say also Maria was there, but your points are understood.
Kevin, is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak?
No hands. No one on Zoom.
Thank you.
Okay. Um, I want to say some things. I don't have anything prepared, so just have to think while I'm speaking. But, you know, this litigation is strictly with respect to Westwood, and I know it might be easy for us to say that we can compartmentalize that. This is not should not be interpreted as a show of disrespect against the nation. It's because we are responding to the fact that there did not seem to be any oversight of the project other than the self-regulations of the nation. And the concern is when these very large gas tanks are brought in and installed and other matters that we're not comfortable that, you know, in our opinion, we should have the ability, or somebody should be overseeing. And when we heard that the EPA was involved, we thought that's great. But then it turned out that they hadn't issued a permit. And so we really felt as though we didn't have a choice. It's not that we're saying that we're disputing the ownership of Westwoods or that we would want the nation to be economically independent and successful. It's merely that there still is an issue in some of our minds as to whether the nation should comply with the planning rules of the town when it comes to construction. Who's overseeing it? You know, are things being done in a way that's the safety concerns are addressed? And so when we do this, and also with respect to the newspaper article, I mean, not everything that is said gets published. So I certainly said more than was written, and that we were looking into the letter from the Department of the Interior, and that our town attorney was making phone calls and sending emails to try to get more information as to what was the basis. We didn't know. You're saying it's been going on for 3 years, but no one in the town recalls ever getting notice of any proceeding. So it could have appeared that it was just something that was quickly written without a, you know, and the result was, the determination really was that it's restricted fee. And to us that means then you can't transfer the property without the federal government's approval. Doesn't address the issue of Aboriginal title, and yet the word Aboriginal was in the letter. It wasn't clear, was that, you know, intentional? And so we were looking into it. We didn't receive any emails or calls back, at least the last time I checked with our counsel. We're certainly not going to let this interfere with, to the extent we can continue with our relationships. We're still looking at, I just met with you know, the Peconic Land Trust yesterday. We're still looking at CPF acquisitions of properties, and in the territory, and we'll still assist with, you know, road clearing, salting in the winter as needed. So I just hope that that clarifies a little bit of why we did what we were doing and how we were thinking through what happened.
As the supervisor mentioned, when the letter that came from the Assistant Secretary Newland, if we had any questions, we would contact folks from the BIA. I did send out emails and calls, and I had not received any responses, but I did, on Friday, I did receive a response from an attorney for the BIA, and I did have a discussion with her this morning. It was a very good discussion, so I think it might be a start of something that we can, I explained the concerns as the supervisor just explained, the concerns that the town has, and restricted fee and connection of the restricted fee to sovereignty from the land use. And so she understood what we were looking for, what I was talking about. She thought it was very reasonable for us to making those type of inquiries, and she pledged that she would try to work together and looking hopefully that the federal government will give us more guidance and hopefully help mediate the situation, and we can all work together on a government-to-government basis. So that's what I'm looking forward to hearing back from her and the BIA and other folks from the DOI, Department of Interior, and the BIA, and hopefully we can work together and from this point on.
Thanks, Jim.
Just to briefly, not to discuss the merits or the non-merits or whatever the case may be, it's been put forward as if, this project began and the town immediately lawyered up and sued the nation, and that's not the case at all. We worked, this is a year into it, and, Brian, when under your leadership, there was more dialogue and more discussion, and I believe more of a spirit of collaboration, and when you left, it became, you were no longer there, and whatever you had agreed upon was no longer on the table. So there are things that happen, and there are meetings that have occurred and things that were said that I think not all parties are aware of. And at the end of the day, it's my friends and family that I have to send up there as first responders if God forbid something happens. And how do I answer to their families and say, it's not our business to make sure that what went in there was safe. It's not our business to inspect anything or even see a plan or know what's happening up there. At the end of the day, we're all a community, and we all have to work together to make sure everybody prospers and everybody is safe. And that's all I believe that this board had wanted from the very beginning over a year ago. So that's where we're at.
All right. Well, if there's
everybody knows, I think, my position at this point. I've been pretty clear. I respect my colleague's decision. I believe that we had to look at this in a different perspective. Everybody knows my position on the legal action that was taken by the board. I do hope that we can continue to enhance the relationship between the nation and the town. It's something that I hold near and dear to my heart, that I did pursue on day one when I got into this position. I think it is critically important, as the history was reminisced up there just a moment ago. Years of injustice, displacement, distrust. We have to work on it. We have to get better at it. And I am committed to that. So thank you.
all right. Well, if there's no other comments, then yeah, nobody. Did anybody come on in the meantime, Kevin? Did anyone come on to Zoom in the meantime before we close public portion?
No, still no hand up.
Okay, thank you. All right, well then, I move to close public portion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Okay, let's move forward with the resolution.
Town Board Resolution 2024-1502. This is to waive winter storage fees for Sea Scouts. I'd like to withdraw this resolution, and we might have to work on this a little bit, and we'll get something back in there at some point.
Okay.
Town Board Resolution 25/2025, authorize a renewal with ESRI Inc. for the Hampton Bays Water District ArcGIS Online Creator Annual Subscription.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-26 to authorize office supply purchases from Staples Contract and Commercial LLC using the Sourcewell contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-27 to authorize purchases from Suffolk County contract with Moreland Hose and Belting Corp. For industrial hoses and fittings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-28 to authorize purchase of automotive Ford vehicle parts and service from Suffolk County contract with Newens Bayshore Ford, Inc. and 440 Jericho Turnpike Auto Sales, DBA Ford of Smithtown.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 10 Board Resolution 2025-29, authorized purchase of a Ford automobile parts and supplies from Sourcewell contract with Ford Motor Company.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 30 of 2025, authorized purchase of lab analysis of sewage industrial waste and receiving water from Pace Analytical Services, Inc. and Long Island Analytical Labs using Suffolk County contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-31 to authorize purchases of process service local from One World Judicial Services, Inc. using Suffolk County contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-32 to authorize purchases of replacement heavy-duty brake and truck parts using Town of Huntington contracts with AA Systems Truck and Bus LLC, Choice Distribution, Inc., Gabrielli Truck Sales Limited, and Suffolk County Brake Service, Inc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-33 to authorize purchases of technology products and services from SHI International Corp., CDW-G, and GovConnection, Inc., DBA Connection Public Sector Solutions using Sourcewell contracts.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Town Board Resolution 2025-34, co-sponsored by Councilman McNamara and Moore. Authorized supervisor to sign contract with P.S. Grossen Consultant to provide professional service for groundwater monitoring wells at North Southampton Base and West Hampton Transfer Station.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And this is really great that we'll be doing this because it's an important next step of making sure that we're not doing anything that would be harmful to the groundwater.
Yeah, I checked with Tom Houghton and he said these are new and they're at the recommendation or request of the DECs.
Town Board Resolution 2025-35, co-sponsored by Councilman Pell, to authorize the purchase of automotive parts and accessories for light, medium, and heavy-duty vehicles and related products and services with Advance Auto Parts.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-36, authorize the purchase of fleet management services from New York State contract with Automotive Rentals, Inc., ARI.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-37, co-sponsored by Councilman Pell, to authorize the purchase of heavy equipment, parts and accessories, supplies, and related services from Omnia Partners Contract and Caterpillar.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 38 of 2025, authorize the purchase of landscape software for Community Preservation Office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-39, co-sponsored with Supervisor Moore, authorizing the supervisor to sign a 2025 Bridgehampton Park District grant agreement with the Bridgehampton Museum.
Second.
Well, this one is the one that we were questioning at the agenda review, and we haven't really received, the recommendation was to amend it to eliminate the $15,000 for the Martyrs Barn.
Right. This had the structural issues.
Yes. So we could either put
What'd you
the
say?
whole thing over or amend it.
Let's
I'm
table.
fine with amending it to remove the 15.
I'm fine with amending it because they might need the money to get going. on
Yeah.
This stuff.
Okay, so I'll move to amend to eliminate the language awarding $15,000 to the Martyrs Barn.
And what is it gonna say?
Oh, and we'd have to change the number from 110,000 less 15,000,
95,000.
95,000. So we go forward with the award for the Nathaniel Rogers House and the Corwood House site.
I'll second the amendment.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then, so you want-
As amended?
Second? Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-40, co-sponsored with the entire board. Authorize the supervisor to execute a 2025 parking district grant with Hampton-based Beautification Association for the maintenance and upkeep of the Main Street Business District and public parking areas.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-41, co-sponsored with the entire board, authorizing the supervisor to execute a 2025 Park District Grant Agreement with Hampton-based Historical and Preservation Society.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 2025-42, co-sponsored with the entire board, authorizing the supervisor to execute a 2025 Park District Grant with Watermill Community Club for the beautification and cultural development of the Watermill Community Club.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-43, co-sponsored with Supervisor Moore, to authorize the supervisor to execute a 2025 Park District Grant with the Watermill Village Improvement Association for the beautification and cultural development of the Watermill Hamlet Center.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-44, to authorize the supervisor to sign a 2025 agreement with Penflex Inc. for the Defined Benefit Service Award Program.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-45, authorizing the supervisor to execute a lease agreement with Quadient for iX3 P5 mail machine.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-46, to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with Squires Holden, Weisenbacher, and Smith in connection with surveying, engineering, and land planning services for the realignment of Enterprise Drive, Hamlet of Riverside.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-47, authorizing the supervisor to sign an agreement with City Span Technologies, Inc. for software renewal for the town's youth bureau.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-48, to award and authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with Tonso Automotive, Inc. for replacement parts for Chevrolet General Motors.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-49, co-sponsored by the entire board, to award and authorize the supervisor to sign contracts for property cleanup to bring properties back into compliance with Safar Construction, Inc. and Integrity Tree Care, Inc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-50, the continuation of legal services by Coughlin and Gerhardt LLP to provide legal services regarding personnel matters relating to the Southampton Town Police Department for 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-51, co-sponsored with Councilman McMahon. Recall and amend Resolution 2024-1282 to authorize supervisor to sign contract to extend the Spectre Manufacturing Inc. for closed top shelf container injection trailers with hydraulic roof openings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 52 of 2025, recall and amend Town Board Resolution 2024-1220, authorizing the supervisor to sign agreements for senior services programs.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Town Board Resolution 2025-53, notice to 2025 notice to bidders to install and repair sidewalks, include curbing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-54, 2025 notice to bidders for 2 Chevrolet pickup trucks with plows and accessories.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-55, authorize funds from historical burying grounds account to purchase a D/2 biologist solution to preserve the headstones in the town historical burying grounds.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-56, amend 2025-2029 capital budget for Baycrest bulkhead replacement and Spion Shore faculty projects.
Second.
Yeah, this is the one that I had a question about at the agenda review, but now I've been informed that the Spion Shores dock facility project is ready to go, and so this makes sense to transfer the funding, and that there might also be some funding from CPF to make up the difference with the Baycrest bulkhead, so.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
We've waited a long
makes-
time for that.
Makes good sense. So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-57, co-sponsored with Councilmember Iacilli, to authorize the purchase of engraving services from Peconic Monument Works for the Windsor Heart Project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-58, to deposit monies into escrow for professional services in connection with the 103 County Road 39 LLC site plan special exception application.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 59 of 2025, co-sponsored by Supervisor Moore. Appoint Office of Veterans Affairs for 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-60, to authorize the town to reimburse New York Municipal Insurance Reciprocal the deductible for liability and property damage claims.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-61, to authorize additional funds for legal services for the law office of Vincent Toomey Esquire for 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-62, to set the 2025 meeting dates for Commissioners of the Hampton Bays Water District.
Second and co-sponsor.
Myself too.
Yeah, me
And-
too.
And notice that the second meeting on May 8th will be held in Hampton Bays. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2024-63, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara, to accept the resignation of Marceline Fisher, Public Safety Dispatcher in the Police Department.
Second, I had actually asked to be the sponsor on the next resolution, not this one.
Oh,
Kind of makes a little more sense, I would think.
yeah.
We'll correct that.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-64, this makes sense, to accept the retirement of Lisa Costa, Detective Sergeant in the Police Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-65, to accept the retirement of Greg Curtis, Maintenance Mechanic 4 in the Municipal Works Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-66, to accept the retirement of Joseph Peterson, Senior Electrical Inspector in Land Management.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Town Board Resolution 2025-67, to accept the retirement of Edward Thompson, Environmental Facilities Manager in Municipal Works.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And congratulations to everyone on their retirements. Town Board Resolution 2025-70, to appoint Tina Eliezer to Assessment Assistant in the Assessor's Office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-71, to reinstate Christopher Flowers to Assessment Aide in the Assessor's Office.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-72, to appoint Peter Lewis to Audio-Visual Aid position from the Civil Service list.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-73, to appoint Lindsay Smith to Senior Office Assistant position in the Justice Court.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-74, to appoint Tristan Allen to Scale Operator in
Second.
Waste Management.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-75, to authorize the Chief of Police to attend the New York State Association of Chiefs of Police Annual Meeting and Training.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 76 of 2025, co-sponsored by Supervisor Moore. Public hearing, Chapter 261, to consider enforcement action at 138 Maggie Drive, East Quogue, Suffolk County tax map as indicated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
January 28th.
No.
Oh, right, enforcement action.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Town Board Resolution 2025-77, co-sponsored by the entire board, to schedule a notice of public hearing to consider the acquisition of 191 Middle Line Highway in the hamlet of North Sea, New York, and to amend the CPF management and stewardship plan to include the property.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-78, co-sponsored by the entire board, to schedule a notice of public hearing to consider the acquisition of 216 Old Sag Harbor Road in the hamlet of Bridgehampton, New York, and to amend the CPF management and stewardship plan to include the property.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-79, co-sponsored with Councilman Azar. Public hearing to amend Town Code Chapter 312 entitled Vehicle and Traffic.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-80, notice of public hearing to consider amending Town Code Chapter 330, Section 320 to reduce the number of members on the Landmarks and Historic District Board from 11 to 9.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-81, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara, notice of public hearing for the dedication of open space in connection with the map known as Old Stables at Spionk.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2020. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to go back.
I made a mistake.
Which one?
It's Resolution 79.
Yeah, I like to, Town Board Resolution 25-79, I like to be called that and table it.
Second to table.
Okay, hold on one second.
Well, don't we have to vote to?
First, you're gonna recall the resolution, right?
Yes,
Okay, so who, Michael, you'll be
Second
the
on the
second on
recall.
that? Okay.
yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Good catch.
Sorry about that.
Then, you're gonna take
Now you gotta say.
Second to table.
Table, second to table.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Till the next meeting.
Next meeting, sorry.
Well, we wanna have a public hearing, I mean, we wanna have a work session on it. We might not even go forward with the
Do
public
we
hearing.
want to withdraw it?
Maybe withdraw it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, let's
So-
withdraw it.
Withdraw it?
Yes, withdraw
We
it.
have to recall the table.
Recall the table?
Town Board Resolution 2025-79 to be called the table.
Second to the recall of the table.
Town Board Resolution.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
And then you're just gonna withdraw it.
withdraw it.
Okay.
Okay,
Make it easy.
all in favor?
Did you get all that,
Aye.
Kim?
Hope Mike got it, so put it
Now,
in paper.
You didn't vote, though.
Did we vote on 81?
You need to vote on the last one.
On the withdrawal?
Yes.
Aye.
Oh, well,
Oh. Do you withdraw? Do you vote on a withdrawal?
well, you've done a lot of things to this resolution. You might as well just.
Second to
All
the
right.
withdrawal.
All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Back to number 81.
We just have to vote, right?
Did we didn't vote on that, right? So, as soon as Sunday
81?
finds your spot.
Just get caught up.
I
Aye to the
I
withdrawal.
have your vote on 81.
Okay.
You
So-
do have the vote?
I do, because you're on to
Okay.
82, and I have you as starting to read it, and then.
Okay.
Town Board Resolution 2025-82, a notice of public hearing to consider amendments to Town Code Section 330-248U entitled Fairfield Southampton Residential Planned Development District to allow for a gated entrance and market rate owners to rent their units pursuant to the Rental Code, Chapter 270.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Town Board Resolution 2025-83 to assume lead agency and notice of public hearing for the request to change the zoning classification on 3 adjacent parcels with existing commercial businesses at 2000 County Road 39, 2036 County Road 39, and 161 Hills Station Road from residential R40 to highway business HB in Shinnecock Hills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-84, co-sponsored by Councilwoman McNamara, to accept a deed of dedication for open space in connection with Tuckahoe Orchard.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 85 of 2025, road review application for James Consorti at the tax map number as indicated, Situate at North Sea is accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 86 of 2025, road review application for Paul Callahan, Suffolk County tax map number as indicated, situated at Hampton Bays is accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 87 of 2025, road review application for Gaza family members, care of Joseph Gaza, Suffolk County tax map numbers as indicated, situate at North Sea is accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 88 of 2025, I'm happy Tom is catching up on these. Road review application for estate of Kara Patakin, care of William O'Brien, Suffolk County tax map as indicated, situate at North Sea is accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then we have the walk-ons. Town Board Resolution ID number 48635 to authorize purchases and general construction work with the Land Tech Group, Inc., using Town of Huntington contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution ID 48658, authorize supervisor to sign a contract extension for printing and mailing of Hampton Bays Water District bills with Questmark Information Management, Inc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Town Board Resolution ID number 48677, which is warrant number 1, capital number 1, CPF number 1 for January 14th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Well, with that, I move to close the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.